Coming up next on Good Kid, Bad Theories.
Where's the picture? So he went off of this one. I hate that, first off. So he went off that, right? And so when he did that, this is what he turned me into, bro. I said, I look like I'm under your bed, nigga.
Alrighty then. Good. Is your camera good, Metrick?
My camera good.
You know what I realized? Every episode I've done, halfway, like 5 minutes in, I'll start talking like, is your camera on?
Every time.
You know what I'm saying?
Every
It's just
time.
like, I'm just self-conscious about that.
Before we get into anything.
Yeah, because you know what? Like, I realized, like, with this camera that I have, if nothing happens, it just shuts off. But that one doesn't. It will just stay on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could go upstairs, like, and go to sleep, and I'll come downstairs, and it would still be on unless the camera dies. So, like, I don't want to. Yeah. So,
okay. Ain't they the same? No, they're not.
They're the same camera. I just don't know why they're just different. I don't know. It's just.
Heard you.
Anyway.
Heard you.
Everyone heard, man. Everyone is heard. Everyone is seen and acknowledged. I learned that in therapy.
Let's get to the meat and
potato. You are seen. You are acknowledged. You know what I'm saying? So.
You is smart.
Yes.
You is kind.
Yes.
You is special.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's safe space, bro.
That's
safe space.
Therapists are like an odd breed. I like therapists. I go to therapy, but you know what it is? They're not weird. I think the people who go to therapy are weird. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's why people go to therapy, to unweird themselves.
No, I'm serious, because you got to think about, like, women. Like, there are women that have been like, oh man, my therapist is fine. And I'm just like, that's what you got out of this?
You going for the wrong reason now.
That's what you got from this?
They done matched your ass by accident.
This is the crazy part when it comes to that. Like, I feel like you definitely have to really get a therapist that not only that you can communicate with, that kind of fits your need, but you also need somebody who's going to hold you accountable.
Sure.
I know a girl who, dude, we had so many issues in communication with our situationship or whatever. And she would just be like, oh, my therapist says that I don't need therapy anymore. And I'm like,
I don't think your therapist said that. You know what I'm saying?
I was trying to be mean or them, and I'm just like,
or maybe maybe her card declined one too many times. He's like, you know what? I think you're good.
You know what? You're good. You know, just go ahead.
Go on and enjoy your life. You know what I'm saying?
It's like,
yeah, but no.
Try to get yourself a nice little ice cream cone.
Yeah, you don't want somebody who's just gonna be like, because the thing is, they have to. That's why I think the great therapists need way more appreciation, because they really have to get things out of you. Because if you're sitting there, you're telling your side of the story.
Sure.
And if you don't have that need to really want to like change yourself, I mean, you're going to sit there and tell your therapist anything. Like, oh yeah, this happened and they said this to me. All they're going to get is your side of the story.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so when I went in there for therapy, I really want to, like, call me out. I need this.
Absolutely. And plus, it's just like,
please let me know.
Shout out to my therapist, Dr. Manyar, man. You're a beast. I think a lot of times, like, for myself, I don't know if, like, I'm not going to say that going to, like, a therapist of, like, the opposite sex is smart, because, like, obviously you have to be professional at the end of the day, because it's just like, I mean, you're going to deal with people in professions of like a different gender. Like, you
think they would listen though if they was attractive? Like, oh, about like a girl, like, oh, my therapist is fine. They might be more inclined to listen to them. No, they probably be dazing, staring at their ass type shit.
She'd be like, man, like, you're
Are you listening to me?
You're such a good therapist. You're so
like, I haven't said anything.
Exactly. You said your therapist.
I thought about that.
Right.
I thought about that. You're right.
What if you're just like, what if I just like open up enough about my trauma, so then like she'll actually give me a chance, and the next time you're there, you see like niggas in like white coats. You're like, so David, after last session, we're gonna take you away forever.
Yeah, we're gonna do some tests on you.
A thick therapist. You just like, oh my God.
So I deemed you as crazy.
Right.
Crazy for thinking you finna be with me.
Therapist I'm attracted to.
Yeah, you can't do that.
I'm like, nah, I can't do that, because the whole time I just be like,
Now I really got to get better.
Yeah.
I got to get better for her.
I got to get better for her.
Better man for you.
Right? I'm going to
be a better man for you.
You find out she's gay, and then you just crash out. You just relapse.
Right.
start doing drugs again. It's like, well, it was weird. It was a good
Why
run.
would I need to quit when everybody's gay?
Right.
Like, stupid.
There's no escaping it, man. I also feel like with therapists, like, I can't have a therapist that's like not black. Like, if...
So could you have a therapist that like doesn't have the same religious beliefs as you?
What would you rather? Because I feel like I'd rather.
It strongly depends because, like, you know, because I mean, for those who know me, like, you know, my faith makes up a good, not a good portion, like the whole my whole being. Right. But I think that as I've matured, though, it's just like adding the practicality to it. So it's just like, you know, I think for myself, someone who understands that, but like the very practical side, like not an apple pie. And that's why I have such a love and respect for Dr. Manyara because, you know, he's not like an apple pie in the sky type of person. Like, you know, we've had sessions where it has gotten bad. Like, not bad as in like, oh my God, I'm about to choke you out. But it's just like, but like all of the
emotion. Bro,
you'd be surprised how much stuff that like we hold on to when you just like, you be sitting there and then the next thing you know, you just like, what? Right. You start feeling those tears coming up and you just like those angry tears.
Right, yeah, bro. Exactly. It's some shit that's why I be feeling like I need to go to therapy too, bro, because it's some shit that I really have not unpacked at all. And I feel like as men, like we don't unpack a lot. It's a lot of shit that we like, you know, information we withhold and some more stuff, like feelings that we harbor because we got to maintain like this tough like exterior whole time. But
yeah, and the therapist probably definitely has a therapist too.
Right. Yeah. Oh, what?
Like the therapist is talking to his therapist, like, let me tell you about this nigga Ricky. This nigga Metrick.
He won't listen.
Like, could you, man, I'm telling you, you hear that this dude is a pervert. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude is gross. You know what I'm saying?
Therapist got to talk to a therapist about you.
Bro, right. That'd be...
Damn, you ain't.
You accidentally walk in, hey, man, what's up?
I was just in the middle of my session.
You're early.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You need me again?
Yeah.
Damn, I'm over here trying to detox myself. You pop in.
I don't want to get like I don't want to throw this woman under the bus too much because like I like her a lot. She's super dope. But like I remember, like, you know, we hung out and did our thing. And then, like, I think, like, a week later, she was just like, so, I told my therapist about you. I was just like...
That's how you know she like you.
Man, bro, I was just like...
In.
That's the... It's not even the parents anymore. It's the therapist, man. This millennial relationship.
I told my therapist about you. Like, what about your mom? And they don't...
I ain't trying to talk about that.
They don't even matter.
Try to hear that.
You're not... Yeah, no. They don't... I'm going to talk to you about my therapist. My therapist said that I should keep doing drugs. It's like, what therapist you go to? Oh, my weed guy.
Right, exactly.
He's smart. Every time he smokes, it's like he comes up with brilliant ideas.
Yeah,
so he's just stay there.
Tell me like, the weed say some amazing shit.
He said,
right.
It really changed my perspective on life.
Hey, so what you need to do is forgive, right? So
you gotta let that shit go, man.
You got nah, fuck all that lame shit, bro. You hold on to that. You hold on to like stupid ass. That is goofy as hell, bro.
So let me ask you, like, so what is what's like? Is anything holding you back from going to therapy, or you just kind of like?
No, not necessarily. So like, I guess okay, honestly, therapy is not cheap. Right.
Yeah. Fair enough.
That shit ain't cheap. That's probably like the main reason. I feel like that's that for a lot of people. Now if my job offers it, but they took forever to like, I still don't even have my benefits, which is stupid. Like everybody in my department, like that started with me have benefits. But for whatever reason, they swept me under the rug. And I talked to HR, all different type of shit. And then next thing you know, the person I was supposed to talk to goes out of town for like 3 weeks. And then they come back and then HR is like, oh yeah, you have to wait until October. Like, so now I got to wait for that shit. But if they were to offer some shit like that, I would definitely do it. Because with my last job, they offered therapy and it was like BetterHelp. And so I was doing that shit online and stuff like that. It was smooth. But I'm popping. If I'm going to therapy, I'm popping up on your ass. We ain't doing no online shit. I'm not finna be sitting up here crying on the phone. And he's like, oh, can you repeat that? You were right. I swear to God, bro.
Right.
You asked me to.
They'd be like,
you cut out, bro.
Right.
You want me to tell you that she cheated again?
Bro, you know how like you be on Zoom and they be like,
right. He's like, hello?
That's why I had questions about the BetterHelp stuff, because I see it advertised on like YouTube, but
yeah,
right.
Never like over like Zoom or over the phone. I'm just like, there's nothing better than just being in front of somebody,
right?
Having that conversation. They see your emotions, you see their emotions.
Sure.
They gotta worry about their kids or the dog or whatever.
Shit, yeah, and me too. And you ain't finna be sitting up here, bro. All I'm worried. Look, this is the thing, bro. You not finna be telling me I'm buffering while I'm talking, bro. Yeah. That's the whole thing, bro.
I'm not.
Ricky. I swear, I'm ending it.
Right.
Even if I paid for it, I'm like, bro, this shit's stupid. I'm not
And they
gonna be
still charge you even though like it took 20 minutes to get your
bro,
connection
like,
back on.
Stupid, bro. You got a 30-minute session. It took 20 minutes to get you to understand that I've been trying to say hi this whole time. Like,
Yeah.
That's why I feel like there needs to be a different way to like structure therapy too. Because,
Sure.
I mean, like even when you have like an hour session, right? Some therapists, once that hour hits, well, that's a session for the day. You just poured your whole heart out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So kind of like, all right, well, yeah, especially people who have like 30-minute sessions. I'm like,
Mhm.
how can you? I could never do a 30-minute session.
30 minutes is way too short to get
2 hours, bro.
Because I think a lot of times, like the way that I am when I get into like therapy, I'll just like talk for a good like 20 minutes and then we'll start getting into like the real like nitty gritty. And I'll be feeling like I'm Kanye West sometimes there. I'll be feeling bad because I'll be like, and this. I don't understand me. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, and I feel like I'm like on the middle of like a rant or something like that, dog.
walk around the office like,
right? They don't know, man, I'm telling you, I'm way ahead of them.
it's like David.
They don't get it. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Be telling your ass to sit
They're
down.
sitting there with the notepad, just like, tell me
Nigga-
more.
Nigga wrote crazy about 15,000 times.
Narcissistic. You know what I'm saying?
Just
So-
writing the same word. I think I got your problem.
Exactly.
That shit funny as hell.
It's been right, turns it around. It's just a picture of you. You know what I'm saying? This is your problem. You're like, oh, nice. Okay. Nice. So, what's poppin', everybody? This is Good Kid, Bad Theories. Once again with episode 25. My name is David Terrell Green, the notorious DTG. Oh, yeah. Once again, Cityy'Boi Don is nowhere to be found.
Again.
Surprise, man.
Yeah.
I wanted to meet bro too, man.
Hey, man, you're not missing out on much. I'm playing.
Oh, damn.
No, I'm
Damn.
he's enjoying a lovely bachelor party. So, Cityy'Boi, go have fun. Don't drink too much. Or actually, you probably should drink because
Nah,
you know
fuck
what?
that.
That's the perfect place.
Loosen up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So initially he was gonna go to Vegas, but now he's in Kansas instead. They opted in to go to Kansas City,
Okay.
which like Vegas is like kind of like. Oh, we're gonna get into that, but sitting next to us,
Oh shit, we
Man.
are
Let's get it.
we swapped out one light skin for another.
again.
Now, this guy, man, everyone in the room goes way, way back with this brother here, man. I know I do. This guy is just a friend near and dear. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Mr. Kris Berry.
Hey, folks, how y'all doing, man? I hope y'all doing good, living good. Talk to your mom, man.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm glad to be here finally.
Yes.
Glad to be here finally.
Yes.
My dog get here. I'm lit. I'm lit behind it
Yes.
all day. You got something over there.
See, we ain't even have to talk about it.
I want to.
Yeah.
What is
so,
it?
It's a journal line I'm coming out with called Sticky Note Journals.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this is
Let's talk about it right quick.
first product.
Okay.
So yeah, let's get into it. Like,
What is this exactly? So this is just a
journal.
notepad.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but just a journal. So like for anxiety, depression, you know, anything, your thoughts, shoot, write a rap in it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like,
Absolutely.
whatever you wanna
Shit.
do.
what inspired like the idea in the first place for you to even come up with like from the title to like just the theme of it?
Anxiety, bro. Like dealing with my anxiety, and one of the things that my mentor suggested was just start journaling. All your thoughts, write them down.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? And before, I'm used to like when I used to do music, I'm used to writing, but not writing just like today I was mad because, you know, so-and-so or whatever. But I started doing that and it's really helped me out.
Yep.
And I was just like, well, let me start a journal line. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I'm always thinking like that. So I wanted to do this to inspire other people to just write it all down.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? You got anxiety, you dealing with something. It's nothing like just writing your thoughts down.
Right.
Yeah.
So I want to see what I could do with it, man. I really
That's fire, bro.
When are you releasing this? When is it coming out?
I want in about 2 months for sure. Is
Okay.
when I launch. So I got this design. I got 2 other designs, and then I got one design that I'll talk to you about off camera because I really want to get this artist that everybody knows to really be involved with it.
Okay.
Because one of his lyrics inspired me. I used to think about this song every day. And one of the lyrics, I'm like, I would love to put that on a product, you know what I'm saying, on a journal. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put it in the gonna put it in the universe. I'm gonna work with
Yes.
with this dude.
Yes. Okay. So with that being said, when that drops, you got to come back to the show, and we're gonna talk more about that. But the Appreciate Each Day journals are coming soon.
No, so sticky note journals.
Sticky note journals.
But the this one has Appreciate Each Day. I have some other ones. One is like you have value. So it's just motivational.
Got you.
Okay.
Yeah, because the whole theme is like, sticky notes you put on the fridge.
Got you.
Like you write like remember to do this, remember to do that.
Yeah.
So I just want to do one like remember to appreciate each day.
Of course.
Remember to
Okay, so
value
that's the
yourself,
Appreciate
remember.
Each Day journal.
Yeah.
Okay,
Man,
so
I'm a horrible host. The host is supposed to like have the information about this. I'm like, oh yeah, this.
I didn't even know I just wanted to bring it because I got it yesterday.
Yeah.
So I was just like, man, I'm gonna just walk around because it's when you have a product, it's weird to like dang, I really started this, and it's just weird to see. So right now I'm in my
surreal
high
moment.
just like
Yeah.
kind of, and I started thinking about this like 2 months ago. You know what I'm saying?
Fire, bro.
I just did it. You know what I mean? So I really
I like that,
yeah.
bro.
Thank you for bringing it up, bro.
I
Absolutely.
definitely do some
See,
shit
I
like
wasn't
that.
even gonna talk about it.
See, I feel kind of weird because like if I get, I've always wanted to get like merch and stuff, but like I feel like, man, I would feel weird wearing it out. You know what I'm saying? Like Keona's will do a lot of shows and he'll wear his shirts and his sweatshirts and stuff like that, which is dope. But it's just like for me, I don't know if I'll be like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to wear that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
I couldn't do clothes because I feel like
yeah.
I don't know. There's something about it. I just feel like I'm trying. Because I don't know. I feel like I'm trying
Too showboaty.
Yo, this is my line. Yeah, this is my line. Like, plus I ain't a big old fashioned dude anyway. So
Right.
like,
Yeah.
I just feel like I would be fronting.
Or you like if you watch like videos and stuff, I'll watch like a lot of like these YouTubers videos or whatever, and they'll have their merch on. And my whole thing is just like, wait a second, like that like distracts me from like the scene. Cause like, yes, you're plugging your merch, but at the same time, like this is
Right.
I don't know, like the film critic in me like comes out.
I probably like for me, bro, like I think I'd definitely be able to do some merch. And I think with like the show, we definitely be able to drop some fire merch too.
Yeah.
I think so for sure, bro. Like from
But would you wear it though?
hell yeah. I'd be the
You
first.
would rock it all the time?
Bro, I rock that shit every recording damn near. I put that shit on. I would put it on.
Sure.
And I promote it.
Crazy, bro.
Because that's what I'm saying. Like,
Oh man, you should have seen, man. This dude turned into a diva about the logo, bro. He was not feeling
I
the
can
logo.
show you this old shit.
Bro,
Matter of fact,
he was because
all three of y'all on there.
Yeah, bro. No, I'm
at
finna show you.
first, the original picture he had, he hated the
Stupid
picture
as
because
hell.
he.
Here, let me show you, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out. Is it the same guy that ended up getting it right? Like,
Yes.
Eventually. Okay. Well, shout out to him. My fault, bro. First off, I don't know if you be tuning into the pod, but thank you, bro, for getting me right because earlier, bro, where's the picture?
So he went off of this one. I hate that, first off. So he went off that, right? And so when he did that, this is what he turned me into, bro.
Oh, damn.
I said I look like I'm under your bed, nigga. Like, I look like take me home with you,
Bro,
like,
fat,
nigga,
fat,
like,
where's my hug at? You know what I'm
right,
saying?
nigga, like, nigga, oh my gosh, bro, I look like you looking for your son.
Right.
Like,
You know what it is? It's like it looks like on the news when like police have an
Right, yeah,
amateur
look
sketch
at that
photo.
suspect,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Of what to expect.
Suspect had on a black LA,
Right.
bro, nigga knows. But then I started acting like a little hoe about it. And I was like, bro, he need to do something better because Donnell, like, Cityy'Boi looked fire as hell.
Yeah.
David looked fire as hell. I said David looked like he like damn near like the Joker in his. His looked hard as hell. And then Cityy'Boi looked like Sasuke, like a black Sasuke. And then they got me in the background like, hey. like,
Hizuka.
like
you know what I'm saying?
Like he's like, and everybody got to vouch for me in the group like he's with us. Like
Right.
I know, but he's hey. Like, no, bro. I
Please
didn't
don't
wanna be
scare
that.
the hoes.
I was like,
You know what I'm
bro.
saying?
So
He
he
the third group member.
and I was
Man.
like, bro, I got a nose ring and everything. I got jewelry. What the fuck? You got to
Yeah.
get me better, bro. So then he ended up going off of this picture,
Yeah.
which I kind of was nervous about that, but yeah, it ended up turning into that.
Yeah.
It's
And
fun,
then
bro.
hence,
That-
the
that's
whole
fire,
thing.
man.
Yeah.
Boom, bam, Shazam.
There you go.
Yeah,
Shit,
that's-
boy.
You know what y'all should do? Even like better than like just merch or like shirts. Y'all should do like a comic book type shit. And
I
just,
mean,
like kind of like have your
that-
own like each
Yeah.
podcast episode is its own comic. I think
That'd be
That would
fire.
be
You know what I'm
fire,
saying?
actually, yeah.
It's like episode 1, y'all talk
See,
about this. And
I would like that, but then Cityy'Boi Don would be like, so if I have like the power up and the level 9 power sword and all this other stuff, I'm like, no.
Wait. When we're talking about LeBron, my hair should I should go super
Spark
Saiyan or
up in the
something,
air.
like,
Same blue.
every
Bro,
time like a
goodness
LeBron topic should
gracious,
come up, that's
right.
when my power should come up.
And
Like-
then proceed to quote Kendrick Lamar for the 83rd time. Anyway,
With a J. Cole hoodie on.
with a J. Cole hoodie on. You freaking poser. Pick a side.
Oh,
Okay? You cannot be what I'm saying.
That is hilarious, bro.
We got Metrick in the house.
I'm here too.
Got the silk do-rag.
Ooh, silky
Looking
smooth,
good. What you
looking
hiding?
like,
No
you
waves?
Make me happy. No, bro.
He got his locks.
You know what I'm saying? He
Yes,
said, what
sir.
you hiding? Bro, I take this off. I need to get a retwist again, bro. I think it really be, bro. I be like in the sauna room too much and my hair gets like sweaty and it gets frizzy too much.
Yeah.
And so I was talking to one of my coworkers about it. She was like, are you planning on getting a retwist? I was like, I got one. She was like, I could tell, but you need another one. I was like, you need to be nice. It's fucking mean, dude. And then so she was just like, no, but for real, like who do you go to? I was like, I go to my cousin and she nice, but I go to the gym a lot and I be like in the sauna room and my hair get frizzy. She's like, oh, so you finna be like one of them athlete type of like lock dudes, like where like you just got a retwist, but it's already frizzing up because you be sweating your shit out. She's like, all the product they put in your hair just falls all on your like forehead and shit. I was like, I guess that's what I'm gonna be then.
Yeah.
Man,
Okay.
she was really trying to get
On
at
my
you.
ass.
She was really trying to roast you, man. What did you...
On my ass.
Like, what'd you do to her?
What'd you...
my
Yeah,
ass.
for real. She's just like... oh, it's like
Oh,
you-
Ricky's here? Oh,
Yeah.
Shout out. Now,
That
in
retwist,
retro,
that ugly ass retwist.
Right.
And it was da-da-da-da.
type shit, but no,
Yeah.
in retrospect, that's my dog Maisha. She cool as hell, bro. She be keeping it real, but I keep it real with her too. She know she stink.
Which one is that? The one that thought you were a homosexual?
No.
Okay.
Maisha,
Why did I say that? Like
Maisha
that?
never,
Like homosexual?
Right, Maisha never thought that I was gay.
Like,
Nah,
I just
Maisha,
discovered it for the
Maisha
first
already
time.
knew what was up. She ain't never picked no gay vibe
Sure,
off of me.
fair enough.
Yeah, she cool as hell. She was actually the first person that talked to me at my job that I work at now. So she
Sure.
was the first to actually.
I have a rule of thumb with like jobs where it's just like when they start adding me on Facebook, I'm like, man, it's time to get up out of here.
Damn, we getting too comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You know
That's
what's
kinda
crazy,
like
though?
my rule of thumb.
Somebody try, like, if my manager or like our boss or anybody try to add me, you're not getting. I'm not accepting that friend request, bro. Because
But
what happened with you?
You can't decline it.
Yeah, why can't I?
Because they're gonna be like, why did you decline it?
Because you know why.
I
No.
just act like you don't see it,
Deadass,
man. I'm
I
telling
swear
you.
to God, I declined one. I did, and I was talking to the homie Denasia. I was like, bro, ain't such. Oh shit! I showed her. I was like, ain't such and such. Like, ain't this such and such or whatever? Like, ain't this person like a part of HR? She was like, yeah, part of HR. I was like, why would he send me a friend request? He's like, because he want to see what's up with your page. I was like, nah, bro. As vulgar as I be on my shit, I got a podcast. Like, my homies and went down behind some goofy shit like that, and I was like, what should I do? She was like, decline it. I was like, you right? Wow, decline that shit. He still be coming in waving.
Then
and
get a
shit.
message from HR just like, hey, let's talk. He's just like,
So I
like
see
what are you
tried
hiding
to-
exactly?
I don't give a damn, bro. This
Yeah.
is my personal life and my business, bro. You're not finna tie that shit in with my work life, bro. That's why I don't bring that here. That's why
Sure.
it's on social media and it's not in Teams chat.
Yeah.
Like,
Folks
what the
really
fuck?
shouldn't be getting fired for posting on social
Yeah.
media
'Cause that's
unless
me.
yeah, unless you're like posting about like how you're about to like shoot up a place.
Right.
It's just like outside of that, like what exactly are you getting fired for?
That's what I'm
exactly?
saying. What the
Yeah.
fuck? That's what made me so mad behind y'all. Cause I'm like, bro,
Trying to
y'all
get
really
rid of
gonna,
image, bro. That's
yeah,
what
y'all
it
really
is.
gonna let my dogs go because of some shit that they said on their off time, bro.
Yeah, they just want to come up with it. They
You
just wanna keep
corny.
up with the image,
Yeah, you
bro.
corny as
That's all it
fuck. You just ain't a part of some shit. So now you mad, bro. No. And you gonna continue to not be a part of it, which is why I decline your shit. No offense to you. I'm gonna say hi to you at work, but you're a at work person.
Sure.
I will never like, nah, bro. Now with my boss or whatever, if we do end up going out and going swimming and stuff like
You
that.
go out with your boss?
we
How
supposed to-
comfortable are you with
we
these
supposed
people?
to be going. We supposed to be like making like we supposed to be doing like a little swim thing or something like that. But she actually like probably gonna flake for real. It's gonna be me and the coworkers or whatever. But we only want her to come because she has a bar in her crib, and she said she could bring the drinks.
Dangerous.
Yeah. See, I don't
But
wanna
she
get-
our age though. She like around our age and
So?
shit though.
I still don't
That's
wanna get
even
that
worse.
close to certain people.
She do the same shit.
So
So if she
no,
do the-
bro, I'm telling you, bro. One of my former project managers, she was about like I think a year older than me, and it's just like and it was that one moment everything was all good, and then everything just started going haywire, and then she just started acting different, and it's just like so. It's like at the end of the day, it's just like man, like you're still a part like a chain.
Yeah, you can.
So
still,
it's just kind of like, I
you
mean,
can still fuck with my money.
yeah, for real, for real. It's just like, because the thing is, it's just like with coworkers, it's just like, unless like you do something diabolical or unless like something stupid happens, coworkers can't mess with your money.
Right.
Right. But like a boss can.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A supervisor can. It's just like, so like the likelihood of you, like of me hanging out with a supervisor, far to none. You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
That
but
makes
I would
sense.
hang out with a coworker in like a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying?
sense.
So yeah.
That makes
certain
sense.
people, I just don't want to see a different side of them. Like
Yeah.
certain people, I just want to see them as who they are at work or in a professional setting.
Yeah.
Because there's too many times where I've seen people like,
Bro said, you're hurting my feelings.
I'm just like, dang, I didn't know you was like that. Like,
Right.
You were like,
I hate to see you like this.
Because when you get a drink with somebody and you kind of really get to know them, because like when you at work or in a professional setting, like they can put on a front.
Absolutely.
But when you're out and somebody feel comfortable enough,
Yeah.
you hear their views on stuff.
I'm about to get up.
You
Bro,
hear
I'm
the
telling you,
conspiracy
on
theories,
everything, bro.
all that stuff.
You
Like,
out drinking with your freaking boss, and he puts his arm around you. He's like, "Man, we're gonna fire Tyler tomorrow." You're just like, no, for real, because I've been
Because if you that
in those
comfortable,
rooms before.
That's another
I'm like,
reason why low key I be trying to stay like get it in good with them, because if you that cool, like bruh, I would rather know some shit like that, because if I knew some shit like that and I'm like, and like I hear it from the supervisor and I'm cool with them, they're like, bro, like, and it's one of my homies, they're like, bro, I be trying to tell such and such get to work on time, but they keep being late. I hate my job sometimes because I be having to do shit like fire people. I don't want to fire them. Then I can go back to them and be like, yo, they finna fire your ass, get it together.
Obviously,
Type
that's
shit.
how, bro, you don't do that. Because
Why
how
not?
rumors get started.
Yeah.
And it's going to come back to you like, oh, Ricky said this. And then the boss is going to look at you like, yo, why you telling us?
It's my homie,
yeah, because
though.
like,
that don't matter to the professionals because they are your boss because they like.
No, I'm saying if it's my homie, like not like I just met you at work, but like say it's a situation like we got the job or some shit, and like one of them talk about us.
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
But like if your coworkers,
rumors spread though.
yes, but like so if you tell, like hypothetically speaking, like if you tell me, hey, like they're gonna fire you because of X, Y, and Z, and then I go to HR, I'm like, you guys are gonna fire me, and then they're gonna be like, no. You know what I'm saying?
React
And then
like that, though.
I'll come, huh?
You never know, bro. Some people get that. They get that emotional
Anxiety.
Like, look, y'all gonna fire me, or even if they don't go to them, they may go to somebody else at the word. Like Ricky said, they're gonna fire me, and then that person tells somebody else, and then it just keeps.
So
going
you just gonna let your bro just drown?
No.
So some people are like that.
So what would
Some
you do
people
in
are
a
like
situation where you heard your bro was finna get fired from your boss?
that. I'm getting the squad. We messing the whole place up.
We just gonna fuck it up and
Right,
leave.
exactly.
we gonna ice cube this shit. We
Exactly.
gonna
Coming in with a baseball bat.
You gonna fire me?
Exactly. So, I started this company, all of this, employee of the month.
Right.
This is awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Who told you that, Ricky?
right?
Ricky told me.
And then start, you know. I don't know, man. I would, I see. That's tough because I've been on like the tail end of like, I should not be hearing this. I've like a lot of managers, supervisors, project managers, et cetera, et cetera. I've heard a lot of stuff that I should not have heard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's just like, I'm not going to say anything because number one, it's just like, I feel so selfish. I guess maybe depending on who it is, I'll say something. But if it's just like, well, if it happens, it happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I can't stop them from doing anything to them. Like, what am I going to do? I don't have any pull. Let me talk to them.
Yeah.
About what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just as expendable as you are.
Yeah.
That's messed up, man. I hate work.
You just got sad.
Jobs, dude, especially certain jobs just suck, man.
Yeah.
Everybody's there. Nobody wants to be there. We got to do it because we got to make money and pay the rent. Like,
So, you worked at do you still work at Noah Clinic?
no.
Okay.
I do not work there anymore.
I saw Zeld on there. I see
He
Zeld.
told me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he told me. He was like, David was just here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was still there at that time. They
Yeah.
were going through some issues. So, yeah, I ain't going to get too much into it.
That's fair.
Fuck
Yeah,
them.
so-
But
Yeah.
when you used to work with the Noah Clinic, because
And it's still love. Like,
Yeah.
by the way, Mr. Combs has been a great mentor to me. He's
Absolutely.
the one who told me what anxiety was, bro. Like, at 23, I didn't even know what anxiety was. I was experiencing crazy shit my whole life, feeling like I can't breathe and all that. So he put me on to mental health as, like, this is an actual thing. So
Sure.
it's all love.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, you know what I'm saying?
That's
There's
what's up.
things going on.
I take back what I said then.
So when we're
Really?
I just be talking.
anyway, so You used to work. So for those of you who are watching who don't know what it is, or listening, so the Noah Clinic is what's the best way to describe it?
It's a nonprofit health clinic. So
For like testing for
STDs, HIV, blood pressure, blood sugar. They got counseling up there now, family counseling. So
man,
anything. And black owned, started by a black man, Ira Combs.
yes,
Yeah, and he need to do a documentary, but he's not that type of person. He don't like
very low key. But I mean, he's a huge staple. Everyone, if you in the city, you know who he is.
North
You know what I'm saying? If you, especially North O. But man, it is so weird. It is so weird to like get a checkup when there's people there that you know.
Yeah.
Because then you're just like, man, I hope nobody tells you. Don't tell nobody about this, bro.
Right, bro. I would imagine so, bro.
Man,
But if you see somebody that you know in there, then y'all in there then both of y'all looking at each other like, don't you tell nobody.
Man.
Like,
like when it's real. I can't judge. Like, bro,
Yeah.
like, it's real. Look, man. I ain't
right,
gonna say
nigga.
that.
We ain't the first to come in here and we ain't the last.
My job
So,
just to be talking about.
I had a scare one time, and I went into one clinic, and like the the person at the desk, well, she was a baddie, bro. She was super fine.
Noah?
It wasn't Noah. It was somewhere else, and she was just like, "How can I help you?" And I was just like,
Can't holler at her.
I think I'm broken, but I swear I think it's fixable.
Right.
It's not contagious.
Because that's the thing is just like, I'm like, do I lie and just tell this person? Like, I don't know. Because like, man, this girl is fine. But like, I don't want to be like, yeah, I'm here for a test or whatever. Because then she's going to be like, oh, this nigga dirty. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, okay, nothing. Just forget about it. You know what I'm saying? Just walk
You're
right out.
wrong place. That was the grocery store.
Exactly. This isn't the bank. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's quiet like the bank.
exactly. Like,
You're at the desk like a teller.
exactly.
Stupid, bro.
Yeah. Because the thing is like, what happens if you get now? Just to clarify, nothing bad happened. I'm clean, people. But it's just like, what if you weren't?
What was your results?
And that was the person, right? Everyone's just like,
You don't look clean.
Exactly.
Did I just see him scratch?
Exactly. Like we've been paying attention to good kid, bad theories. You have the conspiracy theory. Like if you watch right here, David adjusts himself.
Right.
Yep.
That means it's crabs.
Right.
You know
That's
what
the
I'm saying?
adjust of a crab. That's a crab adjustment.
Exactly.
That's stupid, bro.
That's a crab scratch. I know a crab scratch when I see one. Yeah. This is
stupid as
That's
hell.
some people
dog.
really say though on the internet. That's the crazy part. with
Yeah.
that. This
Them YouTube
this
conspiracy
day and age
videos.
is wild, bro.
bro.
People can break down stuff I didn't even think about.
Dude, how you think that goddamn like how Kendrick and J. Cole and Drake be feeling like with the whole, especially Drake and Kendrick with the whole goddamn rap shit?
It's crazy.
Them niggas be sitting up in their crib like, that wasn't what.
Refrigerator has the shape of a D.
Right.
And D stands for Drake. Like, dude, what are you talking about?
Notice how it has bullet holes in it.
He was like, now, I'm just saying this could be a reach, but da-da-da-da. It's just like,
right.
yeah.
Stupid.
Some of them just, there's one particular YouTube channel that's like actually really good. Like you can tell this dude, I forgot what his name is, but like, I got to look him up, but like you can tell this dude like takes time to like really research this stuff. So like, it's not like he's saying things just randomly out of like thin air. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to find that guy right quick.
Yeah, find him. Find the guy. Get the goat.
That was wild, but it was fun. It was a fun time for people to get back to talking about rap like that. You know what I mean?
Man, shit.
Yeah, What's the Dirt? His name is What's the Dirt. Like,
I've heard it. Yeah,
his breakdowns are like, I really like those because you can definitely tell he's put like a lot of time and effort into it as opposed to just people who, like you said before, like the refrigerator thing is just like, yeah.
Damn.
People talking about, and then this is gonna drop this day, and then he's gonna drop an album called this, and that's gonna be his reply. Like, bro, like, I just
that's exactly
for the music.
That's exactly why I be chilling on that stuff. But yeah, no, it was fire when it happened. That was a big ass rap beef,
Dude. What they saying, like, I would say that it is probably, and not just living in the moment. I feel like if you just talk about people being excited for it, the amount of diss tracks we got, it's probably probably one of the best ones we've ever seen.
because we got them. It was very consistent.
Even Nas and Jay just dropped three all together. Like
I
they had little shots more than they had little
Yeah.
other songs, but not direct as Ether and Takeover.
I think a lot of times with stuff like that, because like it doesn't happen a lot nowadays. So it's just like, so because a lot of it's just considered quote unquote sneak dissing. The fact that like they're actually saying each other's names and getting specific about things,
Right.
I think that's a very, and look, as long as nobody gets hurt, that's all that matters to me. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Right.
like the only people that really get hurt are like fans' feelings.
Well,
You know what I'm saying? So it's
didn't they shot at him? No,
Who?
not they, but wasn't it like? It was like I thought it was like the Weekends Club, right, out there in Toronto.
look, man, I ain't got nothing to do with that,
They
man.
said his security guard got shot.
It was like The
his
Weeknd
house.
and Drake or something like that.
Yeah. Well, nobody even see. That's the thing. Nobody even knows if it was The Weeknd. They just assume because they're both in Canada,
Sure.
and nobody from America is gonna go over to Canada just to shoot.
Canadian guys
You know what I'm
beefing,
saying?
man. That's
Like,
wild.
I can't see that. Like you're literally
4v4 in the
Going over there just
V2
for
in the
that.
2v4.
The thing is about like when people like talk trash about Canada, just like, oh man, Canada's like beefing and they're gangster. I'm just like, well, there's a hood everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because
Everywhere.
there are people. How many times like I said this in an earlier episode, but this used to irritate me so much when we were in Vegas and folks would find out that we from Omaha, Nebraska, and folks would start quoting Belly.
Yeah.
Are you the illest nigga in Nebraska? And then there's black people in Nebraska and all this other stuff.
to hate that.
And man, that used to be so irritating
Y'all
because
got cows.
man,
Grew with cows.
you drive around in tractors and buggies, and there's some
Yeah.
folks that are just like, oh, when I go there, I want to see the hood. I'm like, for why? Why do you want to see the hood? Like, this ain't a safari film.
Right, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, right over there. It's just like,
You know
like,
how I really feel sorry for though? The people in the UK. Like
What?
I don't think anybody will ever look at them as like
4v4 in the 2v2 and boom, 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 boom.
we can go bike for bike. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Because even watching have y'all seen Supercell like on Netflix? Like, have you heard of it though? Supercell.
Yes.
Yeah. So like, even like them gang banging at a party, just their accent, I'm just like, I can't do this.
Right.
Man's top them.
Right.
Take
Men's
them,
top
top them. And I'm just like, I can't believe it. I just can't believe it.
Men's top them.
What
are you talking to me, bruv?
Daniel Kaluuya, and I'm just like, no, I can't.
I'll wet your bro. Throw some
Right.
tea on you, yeah? I'm just like,
Yeah,
excuse
throw
me,
some-
I
sir.
feel like he gonna pull out a lightsaber and be like, let's do it. Like, so I can't take it serious, dude. And I hope nobody from the UK is like, F this dude.
They ain't finna be on yo 4v4 in the 2v2 and boom, boom, boom.
He said, pull out a lightsaber. He said, let's do
Yeah,
it.
I just
This
can't
nigga.
do it, bro. Like,
Yeah.
even when I hear it on the radio, what's the dude? Is his name Central C?
Central C. Yeah.
Yeah, even I'm just like,
Yep.
I'm sure the kids, like the young kids, I'm sure that
Yeah.
they'll get used to it.
I think,
and they'll
yeah.
take it serious because I think they're gonna start taking over. Like people really vibe with their music.
Oh, absolutely. I think the oversaturation of like British actors, it's gonna happen with like British rappers. Cause I'll be watching, oh my God, when I watch like Snowfall, and I'm just like, oh man, that's what's up, man. That's dope. Real hood dude. Then you have when I was preparing for the character.
Pissed me off. Pissed me off.
I'm just like, nigga,
You're like, no.
That's not right.
no.
Where's Franklin?
Bro, that makes me, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to hear that.
Right.
Who are you?
Yes.
fuck is this?
Funny story. Like when we were in Vegas, I don't know if you moved back or not at this time, but I think you were still there. Tier, I remember he came out. I woke up and he was like, dude, the rap game fake. The rap game's fake. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, 21 Savage, not from Atlanta. From the UK. Bro, my heart dropped. Because I thought there was going to be an interview that came out. He was like, yes, I was playing a character. And I thought he was going to, my mind.
He said, bro, my heart dropped.
I was like, there's no way.
You mean to tell me 21?
So when I was in the studio,
Yeah, when I was in the studio.
preparing for the song bank account.
Yes, dude. I was like, if he get on camera and it's like, look, this is not who I am. And
Yes,
he's talking to action.
that shit funny.
I'm like, whoa, what's going on?
Yeah.
But then you
I
found
am-
out like he moved in Atlanta. Like he was like
Right.
6, so it wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah, that doesn't count. Like,
Yeah.
I was born in Chicago, but I don't consider myself a Chicagoan.
Right, no.
Because it's just like, I was only there for a small period of time. So it's just like, I can't claim something that I don't know about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You've
It's
been a
just
part
like,
of that
you know,
culture.
and the thing is like, because like my mother and father, they brought us out of there to give us a better life. You know what I'm saying? So you'll have family members that are insecure, and then they'll pretend, oh, well, I'm going to claim that I'm from Chicago because, you know, I visit there every now and then. It's just like, but it doesn't
Right.
work that way.
Yeah.
Because you could say that to the wrong person. They're going to be like, oh, where your grandma stay?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What block did you grow up on? You know what I'm saying? Where's this, that, and the third? And you just going to look like an idiot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, so it's like,
Definitely. Yeah, bro.
I don't
Ain't
know.
No point. Ain't no point in doing that shit, bro. I definitely. I don't know why people would though. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna say I know why. I did it one time because I definitely wanted to be from somewhere else besides Nebraska.
Oh yeah.
I definitely
Because
did.
it does. It's saying Nebraska. It's not. It doesn't sound like cool.
It pissed me
from
off.
Omaha. Oh, you can't throw up an O.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
You could, but
You could, but it's just not. It's not like Atlanta or the West.
Or like you can't say like I'm from the 402.
Yeah,
it's just like
right.
what?
Yeah.
Because everybody likes to throw up their area code. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like
you
like
throw up a foe, but that's in everybody's shit ever since the baby.
yeah.
Everybody
That's why you
throwing up
gotta give
foes.
Drake his credit, man. Because I'll never like when he came up with that whole
The six.
I was just like, man, that's kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? But before,
Six.
I would never, ever, ever think Canada
Do you?
was like. I wouldn't know how to make it sound cool. You know what I mean?
Do you?
How do you make it sound cool?
Do you think that Drake is overhated right now?
Overhated, yeah.
He's always been overhated. I just feel like he's you couldn't deny his success. But I think he's always been like people hate him because I mean he has his whole appearance is hateable, and that's not even trying to be funny. It's just like he's a mixed kid from Canada who sings and raps.
Yeah.
So like his whole package is just like this dude. Heck no, he's not about to come over here and rap like that. And I'm not a big Kanye fan, but you got to give it to him because he kind of opened the door for that to exist.
Sure.
Because somebody like Drake cannot exist, or even Kid Cudi too. Somebody like Drake couldn't exist if it wasn't for them. And that's the same way I feel about I was just talking about this person. What is their name?
Future.
Not Future.
Travis.
He's one of them, but there's somebody else that I feel like Tory Lanez, clearly.
Yeah.
And then there was somebody else, and I'm just like, Drake kind of made it cool for these type of people to exist. Because if he didn't, you couldn't. Matter of fact, you could even say that whole, to be honest with you, I feel like Wayne too, they kind of opened the door for that 2011, 2014 ASAP, Kendrick, Mac Miller, that whole little, I'm kind of weird, but I rap kind of style.
Sure.
Like,
Oh, hell yeah.
nerdy,
Well,
Donald Glover, that's who I was talking about.
Yeah, okay,
Drake
yeah.
opened the door for Donald to even be able to do a Redbone or to even be like Freaks and Geeks and stuff like that.
I don't know about that one.
David.
No, bro, check this out. Like Donald Glover is like, would you say if he came out before Drake, would he be as greatly received as he is after Drake came out?
If he came out before Drake?
If he came out before Drake. Do you think he would have that?
No, but the only reason why is because his focus was not primarily on music at the time.
No, but I'm saying if it was though, like
if it was just music,
yeah, like if he came out as him before Drake and when Young Money had that run,
yeah, because like in his because with Donald Glover's earlier music, it wasn't melodic. It was like his at least to me, his rapping was very similar on the style of like a Black Slim Shady. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like a lot of it like his, yeah, I better be, or you can kiss my ass, human centipede. Like, it's just like there was no style that emulated Drake. So it's just like, so when.
No, I'm not saying I'm saying like, not the style, but just his package. Like him being able to sing and rap about the things that he rapped about is accepted. And like, like when he came out, people accepted him more. Because Drake was like an actor than rapper. And we know that Donald was community, writing, and then he did his music thing, and then he was singing too. Yeah. And I feel like if it wasn't for Drake,
I don't think it was Drake that opened that up though, because like if anything, if there was anybody who's responsible for that multi-package deal, it would be Jamie. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like
Jamie Foxx is definitely a better.
But it's just like because that's the thing. Is like Drake is not primarily known for Degrassi. Yeah. Like he's known as being Drake as a music star, but if you mention Donald Glover, you're gonna think about Community, you're gonna think about stand-up, you're gonna think about the music. Atlanta. Like it's like because he's Atlanta, because he's so good at all of that stuff. It's just like, I
guess I'm saying like as a rapper being taken serious. Because I feel like he's being taken seriously. Even if people say they talk their little shit, but I think he's being taken very serious. And I think that Drake kind of opened the door for somebody who is even the stuff they talk about, because it's not gangster. It's kind of like just.
I don't think Drake would be able to survive, would be taken seriously as an artist if he was doing Degrassi at the same time as music. Yeah. Donald Glover was doing Community at the same time he was doing the Childish Gambino when that was starting to like kick up. So it's just like also with doing stand up as well. Right. So it's just like, I think that Donald Glover had to go harder because now you're being looked at as the comedy guy or the community guy, and now he has to like take it up to that extra level. I don't think that like Drake could do that.
I felt like I don't think he could do it either. Like, of course, I don't want to see Drake do comedy or nothing, but I feel like the fact that Drake came out when like after Degrassi and being accepted like that, I feel like that helped.
I think he was only accepted because of Wayne.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. No, I'm not denying that, but I'm just saying that cosign, but I'm saying like Wayne, when he signed him and then seeing a Drake do what he's doing after being on Degrassi. So that's like a Disney kid being signed to whoever, T.I. or whatnot, but he's dope. Then people are like, oh, okay, another Disney star can come around and do it too. And I feel like he kind of opened the door for Donald to be able to. And I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to compare
I can
him.
understand.
It's like he owes his life to him or whatever, or his career. I'm saying that we're used, now that Drake did that, now somebody like Donald or whoever can be on the show and not
right. The topic is more this. Yeah, you more embracing.
But I think
without looking corny, without looking. That's what I'm saying. Because this happened before with Orlando Brown. He was rapping and he was doing Disney and he had his phase.
Yeah, but Disney's a different thing. It's just like Donald Glover wasn't doing Disney because with Disney, because it's such a squeaky clean like company, it's like even if you try to rap, they're like, what is this Disney ass kid doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of Disney shows, for lack of a better terms, are considered corny. You know what I'm saying? And so that's not a bad thing, but that's the image. It's a family-friendly image.
Exactly.
So it's just like, so if you have even like, like Phil of the Future try to rap, you're just like, what are you doing, Phil? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
it's them few goose eggs that get out though, and they could do that. Cause look at Shia LaBeouf. And Shia LaBeouf could spit. You heard that nigga rap?
Yeah, but
I'm not saying that he's to be taken serious, but like he can rap, but it's not like he's not a rapper.
He's not gonna sell.
He's not gonna sell.
Okay, Zendaya.
That's a good example.
As far as what?
She does music?
She do music.
Yeah, but the music flopped. She's been like,
because I was like, wait a minute.
Her music came and went.
Gomez.
Like nobody was checking for her music. Like
Selena Gomez.
She didn't go out her lane.
No one's checking for Selena Gomez like that.
Even if you want to use an example, I don't feel like she went out her lane. Like Grassy.
How she not go out her lane?
Because the way she sings and her songs were still similar to. No, you know who's a good example? A better example you should have said was Ariana Grande.
Oh,
because I feel like
that's Nickelodeon, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, like she went from
I get what you're saying.
Now she can do side to side, talking about sex and all that. She kind of, I think her transition, her and Miley probably have the best transitions from that Disney kid to
Miley for sure.
To singing, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like for rap, Drake, I just don't know anybody else who could do that. And again, it is Wayne. It is Wayne. I'm not gonna say it's not Wayne because it was Wayne.
Yeah,
but
and Donald Glover didn't have a Lil Wayne cosign.
I'll give him that. I'll give him that. He didn't have, but he had Drake. He didn't have the cosign, but he had.
His success is not.
I'm just saying. He had not. Okay, how can I put this?
Okay.
I'm probably not articulating myself the best.
Okay.
Not him specifically looking like Drake did it. I can do it. I think fans and people like us seen Drake do it, and if you already like Donald Glover and the fact that he's dope, I'm not saying you can't be dope. You have to be dope.
Sure.
We're like, oh yeah, hell yeah, the dude from Community, yeah, he can rap. Yeah, he's good too. Drake did it, shit. Why can't he do it? You know what I'm saying? That's how people think. So I'm not saying he looked at Drake as, oh my God, he did this for me. No.
Sure.
I'm saying that people were more open to that because of that. And again, you got to be good too. I'm not saying you could just come out.
So basically, like Drake's versatility was basically a way to kind of like have to inspire.
Yes.
And
okay. And because Kanye did it for him.
But I think I still think like Drake is like I still think Jamie Foxx is the better example. Because like even though like Jamie Foxx's music is not as good as Drake's, it's just like Jamie Foxx did have hits. Jamie Foxx is hilarious and he has great films, hell of an actor. Yeah. Like he embodies that trifecta basically of just like I'm good at all of this.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Drake, he's good at music. His acting was just like
we didn't get to see enough.
We didn't see enough of Drake as an actor because the thing is, you could put anybody in that role, and nothing would have changed about that
That's
role.
what I'm saying. It was the role.
And Degrassi, like
And
there
then
are
outside-
roles that is like I can't see nobody playing this.
Right.
Homelander, nobody can play this. Walter White,
He's
nobody can
amazing.
play this. Yeah, like
Amazing.
so that's the thing. Is just like Drake didn't fit into that with wheelchair Jimmy. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? He was just there. He just did it for a check.
So I compare Jamie Foxx to a successful Eddie Murphy when it comes to that realm of doing more. 'Cause Eddie Murphy had a music career.
Sure.
He attempted at one, and he had so many people behind him with Michael.
Yeah, I fuck with Party
Rick
all the time.
James.
James and all that. I think Jamie kind of took what he did and just actually was successful with it.
Sure.
Because early Jamie Foxx, like he wasn't when he was doing his music thing, he had to add it in his comedy.
Sure.
So it wasn't like he was just he put music out, but it wasn't as well received.
Sure.
In my opinion, until that Twister and Kanye joint.
Yeah.
Then I felt like people were like, "Oh shoot, that's Jamie Foxx."
Yeah, yeah.
And then Ray came along, so I feel like Jamie kind of just took what Eddie did and was like, "Okay, I'm gonna try to figure this out in a different way," because Eddie wasn't successful with his music career. You know what I'm saying?
I like Party all the time.
Party all the time
Part
is
Time
dope.
is dope.
That's dope song.
No, I'm not gonna lie, it's dope. But like people back then, I'm assuming they were probably like, okay, nigga, like,
Yeah,
we got
yeah.
Michael, we got Rick, we got
Right.
Now
Exactly.
you want to
Yeah.
tell jokes and sing.
Got
Okay.
Prince and shit. We got
Yeah.
all these niggas in here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
plus it's like, well, I suppose like it probably wasn't well received as like a black artist because like the Rat Pack, Frank Sinatra, and them were doing that all the time. But that was their whole Vegas shtick because a lot of their shows in Vegas, it's a very showtimey type of thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, so I think that as a black artist, you're just kind of like, oh, well, okay, well, whatever this is. You know what I'm saying? But
Type shit.
I don't know. So right quick, I want to pivot. So we used to live in Viva Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
When I moved, we were there at 2017. When did you come back?
I came back 2021.
I came back at 2018, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Yep.
So there's a story that we've been waiting to hear. I know the story. And I think you told Metrick the story.
Yeah.
Yes. You know what I'm talking about our
Exactly.
wild adventure. So
we had a couple.
we had a lot of adventures. So basically, for those who are listening or watching, a couple episodes ago, I went into detail about how I quote unquote met Jesus at the strip in Vegas. All right. So I'll pull a clip on that to rewind it so you guys can refresh your
that's the one
memory.
you were talking about. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
something happened to you that night.
Yes.
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 What
yes.
the hell happened to you that night?
All right, man. So that night it was a Saturday, and I was at the time I was shooting this thing. I was trying to do this thing called rap stories,
Okay.
where I would record people and they would rap like their life story, and I was gonna put it on IG and kind of like just make it a thing. You know what I'm saying? Make it a brand. Like, I'm trying to show people rapping their life and kind of like just something different. You know what I
Right.
mean? So I was trying to do this brand called Rap Stories. So there was this artist. He invited me to one of his shows at like this bar. So I was like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pull up. We just got done shooting his video on David's camera, and I was just like, man, I'll come to your show. So I go to his show, and it's chill. I was telling him about it. I was like, yo, bro, if we ever want to perform that song up, we need to do it here because they live at this bar. Like Vegas, like the venues for artists to just go in there and perform is amazing, man. Like people are lit there. Like they really support those artists. So anyway, like, he performing, I'm getting a few drinks, I'm chilling. I meet some girls there. They, I talk about where I'm from. We just chopping it up and, just enjoying the show, just drinking. So I go outside and I see this Mexican girl, and, she's beautiful, like really like fine. So I go up to her, just start talking. And we just start vibing, you know what I'm saying? We vibing, we kicking it, we laughing, we talking about music, you know what I'm saying? She had good music taste. And she was just like, what you doing after this? I was like, man, I'm just going back to my apartment, you know what I'm saying? Chilling, you can come through if you want to. And she was like, yeah, cool, whatever. Let me just get a few more drinks and then, let's go. So she drinking, we chilling, we keep talking, and then we finally leave. So we hop in her car, we driving back, and the more and more she's talking as she's driving, I'm starting to realize, man, maybe maybe I shouldn't be around this person. She's just wilding, like, yeah, like, and then my kid's father, F him, and I'm just like, okay, dang, like, she just tripping. So we get to the lights. I swear to you not, bro, like, somebody pull up, and they say, Maria, who's in your car? you cheating on my brother, you cheating on my brother. And she's like, F your brother, F your. They just argue, and I'm just sitting in her seat like, man, let me pull this shit back, bro. Like, what's going on? So we start, so she pull off, and these cats following us, and I'm just like, I'm just like tripping, like, dude, I'm not about to bring no crazy shit back to my apartment. Right. Especially if I got the homies there too. Like, I don't want no drama. So like, I'm like, look, dude, we need to go to a fast food joint or something, because we gotta. They're not following us. Right,
anywhere but
so we end up going to the Jack in the Box right by the crib. We end up losing and going to the Jack in the Box. Man, I ordered some shit, bro. This probably pissed me off the most. I ordered some shit. The bag is right here. She's drinking my pop and shit. I'm like, yo, what's going on? She was just like, I'm sorry, I'm just hungry right now. I'm faded. So I'm taking the bag from her. Let her keep the drink, because she's just slobbering on this shit. And she finally dropped me back off. I was like, so what do you want to do? And I was like, I got something to do in the morning. Like, I can't be out too late. My bad. I thought I could, but oh man, it's 10 o'clock. It's late. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to get up in the morning. So anyways, I leave, bro. I'm watching my back, making sure nobody followed us there. Going to my apartment, sit down. We had this little, look like a little bar type table thing, you could say. And I sat there, he in the kitchen.
So wait, right quick, didn't you think that like she stole your wallet at one point?
No, yeah. So I'm thinking that she stole I had it on me, but I'm thinking she stole I was paranoid at the time, dude. Like, after hearing them argue, I'm wondering everything. Is my wallet gone? Like, I'm wondering, like, what's going, like, it's just, I'd never seen nothing like that before. Like, it was kind of like a movie moment. Like, how they pull up right there. And it's almost as like it was a prank type shit. Like, I'm like, how does this happen? Like, Maria. So anyways, like, when I get back, he's quiet, I'm quiet. I'm just sitting there, just reflecting on the day. And then I'm like, how you doing, bro? Good. How was your night? Man, it was crazy. How was your night? Man, it was crazy. And then he told me his, I don't know if I told you mine first or whatever, but then he told me his shit, and then you might as well get into it.
I already told mine on the show.
He told me he walking and dude got a knife. Like, man, we gotta have each other back. We both niggas.
Yeah, I was
crazy, like, dude, bro. Man. Yeah. But it was like an Atlanta episode.
It really was, man.
An Atlanta episode.
And then we proceeded to probably go to Beauty.
Probably.
You remember how many times we went to Beauty Bar, bro? I know that place closed down now, thank God, but it's just
it was so cheap. Like, everything,
it was cheap. It was ratchet.
Shots and beers was $5.
Oh shit.
It was kind of ratchet fun, but after a while, it was just like it was just too much, man. But
what you mean by too much?
It was just because like what do you think was the issue when we were at Vegas and why things were just like not getting done, not clicking? What do you think was,
as far as what, like, the creative,
the whole creative like side of things?
I honestly feel like we just weren't,
just looking back at it now.
We weren't able to, like, we didn't have enough time to really get into like the city and really meet and network like that around the right people, and that can happen anywhere. But I feel like we really didn't get the time to really figure it out and build and kind of know what we wanted to do too. Like, are we gonna do shorts? Are we gonna do skits? Are we gonna, like, if we're building as a team, like, what do we want to do and then package it that way? Because I had connections. Remember the dude from the Las Vegas Film Festival? We could have did that, like, no issue. You know what I'm saying? We could have gotten that. But I just feel like, and also, man, I just feel like we were just excited to be there. Yeah. And I felt like that kind of, at least for me, I'll take accountability for myself. Like, I just was like, man, we in Vegas, yo.
Clouded.
We in Vegas.
Was out there lit.
Let's go to look at these. I never see all these beautiful women around.
Yeah.
Like, we see, because you understand, Vegas, everybody comes there. Yeah. Whether you can be from the UK, New Orleans, Cali, Phoenix, wherever, you're right there. And you just see all these people. Yeah. People, oh yeah, I know this person. You got celebrities coming there every weekend.
People trying to party.
Drake always there. You know what I'm saying? Migos always there. Yeah. Whoever, Usher. So it's just like, dude. And then they got events happening. So it's just, we were just like, yo, we gonna be the next. Yeah. We're gonna be the greatest of all time.
And, you know, and that time, like, music was awesome. Yeah. You know, Bad and Bougie just dropped.
Bad and Bougie.
That song was like all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Like, that song was like, that song was the song.
And remember Red had the videos playing. While we were dancing.
You know what I'm saying? Redbone was popping at that time.
Oh, like,
God, so like, there was so
Get Out.
Yeah, Get Out came out
when we moved to Vegas.
Yeah,
Get Out dropped.
Infinity War dropped, man. Like it was a moment in history, and I think there was just a level of focus that we just didn't have. I think that our hearts were in the right place, but I think that it was just like we needed to get more specific about what it was that we wanted to do, because like it's one thing to be like, okay, like I want to be successful, I want to buy a nice house, nice car, everything, this, that, and the third, and that's cool, but it's just like we have to, like I think our ambitions were very surface level, and so we got worn out really, really quick. Like me being at my age right now, like I was talking to a coworker about this because like he found out I was like, into the production thing, and he jokingly was like, when did the dream fade away or whatever? I said, the dream is still here, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing is just like me being older and more mature now, studying the business, this is a crazy business. Yeah, and it's very difficult to get into. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, like any business, but like one that is incredibly ran by nepotism. You know what I'm saying? And just the immoral side of it. Just there's so much that goes into it. Even with the production, licensing, distribution, like there's so much that goes into just putting a project together. You know what I'm saying? On that type of scale. Yeah. And plus what I want that I thought I wanted, I don't want. You know what I'm saying? I have a friend, he told me, Kris knows him, he said, man, well, I want to get famous enough so I can, fuck the same hoes as Future guys. And I'm just like, what?
Who said that?
I'll tell you when we get off the air. But see, or I can just censor it. Yeah, bro.
Name and address withheld.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I was talking, and so he told me that, and I was just like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, what are you talking about?
But
like,
see, he in Miami too, so he living that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, though. He's just like, but that's a very small ambition. But the worst part is we had that to an extent. When we first was there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because I wanted to heal the wound of not feeling like I was important to people.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So like, especially when you came along and you were like, yo, I want to shoot this web series. I didn't know niggas was doing that. I'm like, people filming stuff, especially independent like that. Yeah. So when y'all came over, even the first day of my mom's, like you were in the first episode together.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I've never met anybody who was doing that.
Yo, I just realized that. I'm like, yo.
All we need is Roscoe, Zay. Yeah, it's Roscoe and Zay, and we got a reunion.
Goodness gracious.
But yeah, so like, well, I never knew anybody who was doing that. So when we started filming, I'm like, yeah, we about to get a Hulu deal, because I didn't know about the business. I just see him with his cameras, and I'm like, damn, we probably could, like, for real do this. So then that high took over, and I'm like, yeah. My cousin's gonna see me now. I'm like, I'm about to be an actor. You know what I'm saying? Let me get my interview voice ready.
You know what I'm saying?
When I'm preparing for the role.
Like, and then he starts talking British. Well,
when I was preparing for the role.
Oh, hoshi poshy wossy flossy. Like, excuse me, sir.
Dude, so yeah, I was like, yeah, we about to make it big time. So like that just took over. So yeah, like you said, I had a part of that too. It wasn't necessarily for the Future's women, but like for me, it was like, I don't want people to be like, dang, bro, really made it, man. Right. Because I think we all want a fairy tale story, because we've been fed that our whole lives.
Yeah.
So we all want the beautiful girl. For heterosexual males, we want the beautiful girl. We want, the job, whatever that wealth. Yeah, generational wealth. We want our mama in the house as a black man. My mom, the biggest house in the world. So we all want that ending story, especially if you've been talked about.
Right, you want to
retire your mom. If you've been picked on and shit.
You also got to look at it like this. It's just like the people that are that are in the industry because of like nepotism. Mm-hmm. It's just like a lot of them will fake their story. Will fake their story about their come up in order to try to have some type of sense of relatability or to be seemed more authentic. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just like, oh, well, I had to get it out the mud because of this, that, and the third. Meanwhile, you have an uncle or whoever that's been in the industry for 20 years.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, and it's just like, and that's the thing, is just like, that's more commendable as opposed to, yeah, I got the job because of my uncle.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm glad you brought that up.
You know what I'm saying? Because like there are people who like will legitimately go on these shows and lie and act like, oh, I've been grinding all my life, when it's just like, when the reality is like, no.
And everybody, that's everyone. And I didn't even know that. Like, I'm sure there's it's a small percentage who got it out the mud for real.
Yeah.
But if you look at, and I was even telling my younger cousin this, I'm like, when you see like people like CENAT, and I'm not picking on him, but the house he has and the celebrity, he got Kevin Hart at his house.
Yeah.
He knows somebody. His dad is somebody.
Yeah.
Or his mom is somebody. You don't just get famous off YouTube like
streaming
that.
like literally overnight.
Yeah, most of these people their families have money already.
Mm-hmm.
So people are like, oh my God, he's a YouTuber and he made it. Look at his Lamborghini. I'm like, his uncle is the CEO of Def Jam, or his uncle works for Jay-Z or whoever. So it's not like they just made it out of nowhere. And I think that we kind of even thought that.
Yeah.
So we're like, we stressed ourselves out by not being able to make it as quickly as people who had money to back them.
Yeah. And I think that like when like it took a life happening for us to realize that like, yo, it's way different than what we realized. You know what I'm saying?
You can still know people, but still go through the struggles that you go through, though.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, but you still can, but it's like,
I feel like with CENAT, like when he was streaming in his earlier days, he was streaming like out of like that busted ass apartment that he lived in New York, where that video went viral of that rat going behind like his door and shit or whatever. So like it wasn't like, you know, he always had it. But I get it though. Like when you got somebody, like they might not give it to you all the time, but when you ask for it, they might be able to put you in position, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah, and then again, and if I'm saying something wrong, because I don't really know him like that, I just assume, because I mean, this dude has everybody at his crib. So
now,
something has. I'm not saying.
But I'm gonna tell you who he did know, though. I'm gonna tell you who he did know.
He sold his soul to the devil.
No, you're
Look
right.
up the YouTube conspiracy.
Right. AMP, that group.
You see the S on his shirt that says for Satan.
It says for Satan.
Yeah.
That's
Satan and sodomy.
That's Satan, yo. Kai Satan, nigga.
Oh.
It ain't Kai Sanat.
And that's not, it's Satan. If you put the words together,
Yep.
like, oh my
Right.
God, shut up.
Say it fast.
You say it super fast. Yeah, you say it super fast.
Cuss it up. See, you hear it? You hear it? Like,
That's a satanic chant, man.
You doing a ritual.
Oh my God,
if you say it a couple of times, you'll notice.
He knew fucking one of his homies in that group, and his homie was established within YouTube before that, and that's who introduced him. Yeah, it was that dude, Phantom, the fat light skinned dude.
I have no idea. I don't know anything about like the streaming.
It's all good, but that
I think we're just saying it's valid because my auntie knows
that is true though.
everybody, but she's not gonna just give me like. But I'll keep it real. I'm not gonna lie to people and be like, you know, one day somebody just seen like, hell no, my auntie know she be kicking it with Jeezy and all that. And my uncle knows whoever and even though you came up out that gym and your auntie put you in position, she still put me in position. I'm gonna say that
you still can say that you still like I ain't gonna like. You can still say that you could make an argument that you was getting it out of the mud beforehand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what people need to start doing, is like disclosing that. Like, bro, I lived a struggle in life, but I do know this person and they put me in position.
So what do you think about, like, a lot of people are complaining now, like, the problem with the future NBA prospects is that a lot of them are not from the hood. I've been hearing this kind of discourse a lot on social media, you know, taking aim at people like Bronny, for example, you know what I'm saying? Or a lot of these other players, they're sons of this player, you know what I'm saying? And they're in the league and they're just like, well, we need to get back to the days when we have like, you know,
Don't
the
nobody
hood
give
players.
a fuck about none of that. I'm going to tell you this, bro. How much does a fucking basketball cost? If us broke people could afford it, it would make you think they can't. Nigga, they could afford it. They gonna play that. It's a sport, bro. You ain't got it. That is not a pre-qualifying thing.
But you understand what I'm saying, though?
What, like for like character?
Okay,
like,
so for example, like LeBron from the hood.
Right.
AI from the hood.
But then you know have kids that are born into the shit that you created.
Born into the wealth. And so they didn't have to grow up in a hard knock society the way that like the people that we grew up watching. So you'll see a person like Bronny, you know what I'm saying? And like they're like, well, that's the problem with these current these new generation players. They come from this royal privilege and like they're not as hungry.
That's what I was gonna say. I can understand that from that argument because when you got it like that, you probably don't feel like you have to hustle as hard. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think
that's fair.
That's not. I was just gonna say that's up to you. You know what I'm saying? That's up to that person. Bronny always makes the argument, I don't want to be under the same umbrella as my dad. I don't want to be like, you know, related to as my dad. Understanding that is your dad, but you want to make a legacy for yourself. Then fucking do that. You know what you got to do? when niggas talk about your dad, make a face like, oh, this dude again. Like, make it seem like, bro, let's talk about me. You know what I'm saying? My shit.
But then
I'm
you'll have
doing.
the media be like, he's ungrateful.
I don't give a fuck. Like, that's fine.
Yeah.
But like, and then on top of that, like, yeah, like, bro, you that's what you got to do in a situation like that.
Sure.
You know, like, if you gonna be hungry, be hungry. Like, shit, it's so many kids that are born into that, but it depends on you, bro. You could literally be like, no, I don't want that, or I'm not asking you for shit unless I really need it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna get this shit myself because I'm not finna be up there in Hollywood get disrespected because these niggas don't respect me because they respect you.
Sure.
And you know what I'm saying?
Well, and to be fair, it's just like, just because you came from like hard knocks, that doesn't like mean that you're good.
Exactly.
That doesn't mean that you're gonna like, that you have hard work ethic, because there's a lot of like folks that like grew up in the same neighborhoods and environments that we have that are lazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, and so I'm not saying that like, oh, well, you just need to work hard. Obviously, connections has a lot to do with it, but it's just like for you to assume that just because they came from an environment that is not like that is tough.
Exactly.
That means that
because you're still replaceable, bro.
Yeah.
You could still
man,
get
if Anthony Edwards has 3 bad seasons, they're gonna like, yeah, we should get rid of him.
Yeah, you're getting
You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
bro, you out of here. You going overseas. See ya. You know what I'm saying? Like this. It's that simple, bro. So all that extra he was born into, whatever. When you get into that league, that shit don't matter. And then players find that shit out before anybody else. Why you making that argument? Everybody wants to sit up here. Oh, they was born in a nigga. When Lonzo got into the league, you think he was like, oh, they ain't gonna touch me. Pat was on his ass.
That was because of LeVar.
I understand though, but outside of that they find that out. It don't matter where you born at. You in the league, they gonna put their body on you. You gonna play basketball. It don't matter what that is, bro. You have to be good.
Yeah.
It don't fuck where you from, bro. They gonna test you. It don't matter if you from the hood, you from the hills. You're getting a body put on you. They gonna be on you, bro.
I think it goes back to what David was saying earlier. I feel like that everybody wants that story. That American dream, you know what I'm saying? The struggle to success. And it's like an American contradiction. We're the only ones who do that, where it's like
they don't want that shit.
Everybody wants things to be better for people. Like, oh, we need to put our kids in position. We need to give back and all this other stuff. But when we see people do that, put their child in a position, we're like, no, he ain't
right.
struggled.
You want it till you don't.
Yeah.
We do that a lot like with black artists and stuff more
Look
than
at
any
Jaden
other
Smith.
artist.
It's like, so fucking what?
Yeah.
He can do what he want. If that's what he want to do, that's what he want to do, bro. But now you mad because Will made a way for his son?
Yeah.
Shout out to my dog. What the fuck is he talking about?
He ain't struggled.
Well,
you got to think real quick and none of that. It's like, no, because who said? Somebody legit said, I think it was it Linnell?
Linnell.
Yeah, she was like, he need to go to Compton. He couldn't walk around Compton like that. And I'm just like, why do we want
now that's
our
the next
children to
test.
struggle?
Exactly. Oh, you rich and shit now, huh?
Let me
take your ass through here then.
You're successful.
He don't even know how to shoot no gun.
Exactly.
He don't know how to shoot no gun.
This nigga can't smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know how to shoot. Can't even protect yourself, nigga. That's why the community is gated. That's why I don't need to shoot no gun. Because I got security ready to shoot a nigga like
Lonzo Ball don't know how to shoot no dice.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? This is like,
wow, man. Yeah.
What was your side hustle when you was growing up?
You know what's interesting is just like, but that's the dynamics between black stars and white stars, because people will like take aim at Jaden and be like, oh, well, he wouldn't get that position of rapping or acting if it wasn't for his parents. Meanwhile, the dude who plays Huey on The Boys, both of his parents are famous actors. His dad is Dennis Quaid. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, are we going to take aim at him the same way that we take aim at Jaden?
Exactly,
Probably
bro.
not. Yeah, and you know why.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like,
bro. They want us to, especially as black men, to perform a certain.
You wouldn't wear a dress on Crenshaw.
The only, and this is gonna sound crazy to some people, but the only way we can get away with anything, and as crazy as it sounds, is as if you're like gay. And the reason I say that is because when people see somebody who's gay, anything they do after that, anything they do after that is cool. Oh, the nigga drink milk. Oh, it's because he's gay. You know what I'm saying? Like,
why are you acting? Why you acting weird? Right?
Exactly.
Gay.
He's wearing a clown suit. He's gay. That's the reason why he's wearing.
Bro.
Of course, he gonna wear a clown suit. He gay. So like,
you know what it is? He's like, he drinks milk. He's just like, well, you know, he's still drawn to his mother's titties. So it's gay.
Exactly.
You know, so it's
as
like,
disrespectful as that is. It's they let it get away. But if you're a heterosexual black male and you do anything outside of the norm of what it is to be a black man, you're like you're either gay or you're soft or whatever it is. You can't like anything without people being like, oh, he's this. And I think Donald Glover really gets it. Mm-hmm. I think that since we were talking about him earlier, he's an example of somebody who doesn't fit into, you know, the type of black male that most Americans want to see. I think it's getting better now, but anytime we go out of that little box they want to put us in, they don't know what to do with us. It's like they don't know how to like.
Well, I guess it depends on like when it if you're talking about like certain celebrities, because like you have to be careful because like, especially if you are a black celebrity. What's that dude's name? Hold on for 1 second. I got to break this down because I don't want to get in trouble. You guys talk amongst yourselves right quick.
No, I was finna get ready to go on a big old spiel about that whole gay thing, but then I forgot what I was finna talk about, bro.
That whole gay thing.
The whole gay stuff.
What the heck is that about?
No, hey, like what's this whole gay stuff surfacing, man? People liking each other, the same sex. I don't know
What's up with that guy?
Even in that, in our community, bro, like especially us being like black men, bro, like straight black men. We even us growing up, we look like all of us kind of grew up with like a homophobic mindset,
right?
Like I would say, like most of us, and even
what do you mean by that?
I got what I gotta say now. But
what do you mean by that? Homophobic
like
mindset.
Like we have a homophobic mindset,
right,
so
yeah.
we look at people who are gay as less than, or we used to, and it wasn't until. So at Noah, there was a hairdresser. He's a great dude. We had a conversation, and usually like you'll see online like people who like conservatives and liberals and stuff. They'll go back and forth. You do this. But he was just so chill, and I was telling him how I felt about gay people and stuff like this at the time, and the way he was so patient and was just like hopefully one day you'll think different about gay people, and I just felt like shit. Because I was just like, why does he have to say, hopefully one day you'll feel different? Like I own, what's right and what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of changed my mindset on stuff where I'm just like, damn, bro, like I don't even really have a problem with it's just that I was raised to think a certain way.
Because real talk, because I'll tell you right now, like a lot of us were raised old school. A lot of the people, OGs in my life, they referred
it's words
to
you
gay
can't
people
even use no more. You can't even use, you can't even use that word
right?
anymore.
So they would call like gay people faggots. And so for me, like the first time that I heard it, said it, and someone was like, "Hey, no, like that's inappropriate. Like that's you're discriminating towards gay people." Yeah. I'm just like, "No, I'm not. What did I say?"
Yeah.
And I'm confused because I'm like, I've been around a culture that normalized a certain way to talk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
we definitely treat that shit like religion, like purposes in terms of this, right? Let me double back. In terms of this, like from the standpoint of like what you was talking about, when you was like, well, you drink milk? Oh, it's because he gay. Like, we look at it and we sweep it almost like the same shit, like from like if something happens that you don't understand, like, oh man, I just found $100 or something like that, or like I don't know why this happened, God, but it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Or like, oh man, like this is happening in your life. You ain't supposed to understand it, but you gotta just, you gotta roll with it. Like it is what it is, but it ain't for you to understand, man. That's all God type shit. We looking at it like that, bro. Like, I don't know. I feel like that was in that I don't know why that hit me like that. I was like, bro, that kind of remind me of that in that way. Like when you look at a dude, you be like, bro, why you got that shit on, bro? It's because he gay. Why you tripping off of it, bro? You don't even understand what the fuck. Like, you don't even you ain't even a part of that, bro. So you don't even know, like, he gay. Like, that's what they be doing and shit. Maybe that's what they do. You don't know. Right. Like, same shit with, this might be a part, dude, bro. You don't know what God trying to do for you, bro. It ain't for you to understand, bro. But, like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, because people, like I said, we were raised to look at them as less than. So anything they do is like,
but I feel like at the same,
you know what I'm saying?
I feel like at the same time now we do that because it's such a sensitive topic. You don't even want to talk about it no more. You just be like, well, shit, that's what all right. Like you hands up with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it. Okay, that's what y'all. You feel like the moment that you say something this small about that shit, a whole crowd of them finna come out.
Right.
So you like, hey.
It's like as soon as you just like you say something, you step outside. It's like just like the gay people surrounding your
say
house.
That thing you said.
It's,
like,
there he is.
Right.
Come on out with the microphone. Come on out.
See, I feel like
megaphone.
It's like the conversation.
Get them, girls.
Right.
We don't. It's like, how can I put this? It's like, I feel like there needs to be a conversation, especially in the black community, because I think there's a separation. We don't understand how it is to live how they live. And it's like we don't know how to say things or how to treat people in that community. So it's like there needs to be a conversation had. What I'm
we don't know how to treat anybody from any community.
Huh?
We don't know how to treat people from any community.
But
for real.
I feel like as
We've
long
been
as,
treated bad so long, bro. That's our wiring, bro.
Yeah, but I feel like that's why I feel like we have to be understanding of that community.
Which is why you would think it would be easier, yeah.
You would think it would be easier for us, but again, we were raised a certain way. Like for one, anybody, especially in America, in the world, I can't just say America, we're raised to think that somebody's better than the next person.
Yeah.
So we're always in the mindset of, even people who are in white America, you know what I'm saying? They'll look at black America like, oh, okay, some of them think they're better than us.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore we shouldn't have to do, because I mean, being in film, like I can't even imagine how white America thought at that time seeing the first black person on screen.
Absolutely.
They probably were just like, what the hell?
Yeah, freaking out.
Next thing you know, they're our jobs. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I feel like
fucking sabotaging his dressing room and shit.
Yeah, so I feel like we do the same thing when it comes to, because I used to be like this too.
Yeah.
And there's no shame in with me saying I'm different now because I have friends who are homosexual.
Are you just saying that just in case when you get that $1 million deal, they'll be like,
Hey, listen,
here
man.
comes Chris Ferry.
I've been a firm advocate for y'all for years.
As soon as this sticky
Go back
book,
to the podcast.
right, as soon as this sticky notebook takes something, I'm like, wait a second.
Go back to the podcast I was repping.
In 2016, he tripped me and called me a queer bait.
I hope nobody sees no old stuff, because I hope nobody sees no old stuff. But even if they do, bro, like it's a learning thing I didn't know back then.
Yeah,
nobody really did for real.
Yeah,
because the gay talk surfaced later on, like you said, around that time we was able to be more free, like with the way we spoke about it.
Sure.
It was more under wraps, and then it was frowned upon more around that time. So when you found it out, it was like, oh, nobody faults you for responding this way because everybody.
You know what's really weird is the same people that will like really be like up in arms about like just like gay people as a whole will like be the first person to look up like two girls kissing on like the internet and stuff like that. It's just like, wait a second, like how are you gonna be like against like, oh, this is disgusting, but you're gonna like watch that and you're like, that's so hot. Like, wait a second, like that don't make sense to me.
Same way, just a different.
Even when people say like, if there's gay stuff in movies and stuff, you're gonna turn the kids gay. But that doesn't make any logical sense because we watched heterosexual relationships on all Disney movies. And there's people who still turn out
and that's
gay
predominantly like most of the movies in Disney. Like you ain't that's why I said that the gay talk started to surface at a later time. So from the movies to the movies, music, like shows, all of this different shit, like everybody's still learning how to like address this situation. And that's why back then, bro, when somebody you found out about who's that basketball player?
Jason Collins,
he came out gay. People was bashing his ass whole time. And nobody said nothing about what nobody like, oh, well, like you had those people that was. But then mostly everybody was like, well, shit, he gay. Like, it is what it is. You can't be mad at the next person for responding that way because at the time, that's the narrative that we looked at it as. It was frowned upon.
Right. Especially in the black celebrities or in the black community in general, especially like entertainment. They get it the worst, dude. Like with the dresses and stuff, like
Frank Ocean.
The people wearing dresses.
And that's the thing. I wanted to double back on that because, like, a lot of times, because you'll have like celebrities like Billy Porter that will like walk around in dresses, and like you have to be very careful when you do stuff like that because, like, I understand, you know, owning your sexual identity and stuff, but like there's also like ties, very serious racial ties to doing that stuff when they used to emasculate black men. You know what I'm saying? By parading them around and you know, buck breaking and like when you start doing that, like I'm not saying that you can't express yourself, but you start getting into very dangerous territory, repeating those cycles when you start doing that. So you know what I'm saying? So it's just like
I will make the argument that is so buck breaking was a thing, but I feel like if you're gonna say that, then you would have to look at maybe not the act of buck breaking, you know what I'm saying? Or buck breaking. What is the buck breaking?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, not
a deer, like buck.
Yeah, maybe not the act of it, but even if you look at how a lot of these white entertainment companies and record labels parade certain black artists around, you could say that's a form of buck breaking. Like if you see, what's the rapper's name? The hot nigga dude.
Bobby Shmurda?
Bobby Shmurda. Like, remember
Yeah.
he was dancing on the table and stuff?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you could make that argument for anybody, but I feel like as black men, and like I said, bro, it's crazy how I've just grown into a different person, because you remember how we were back in the day.
Yes, yeah.
But like, if we're gonna call one thing out, we gotta do that for everything.
Absolutely.
Because there's it, and you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like some people are just being themselves.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying that there are sickles in Hollywood who do want to like over sexualize
to take it to that level.
Yeah, they want to over sexualize black men and black women, and whether that's homosexual or straight.
Yeah,
they're going to do that because they have their own sick fetish.
I guess my whole thing is just like, it's not so much that I have a problem with them doing it. I'm just saying, like, you have to be very careful when you like start wanting to do that to, like, you know, quote unquote express yourself, because like as black people, as black just men and women as a whole, like you're still black. You know what I'm saying? So regardless if you identify as whatever, you are still black, which means it's just like there's a lot of ties to everything that we do. Because like a white person could put on a dress and we just call that a white person doing whatever the hell they want to do.
That's why that's why I will make the argument against you to say, is it more so we have to be careful, or should we call out the structure that's making us feel like we have to do that? Like even Donald Glover said this when he was like, white is like freedom. Being white is blankness. Yeah. So like he was saying that if I wore a bow tie, I'll be like, oh, he's a Muslim or whatever. If a white dude did it, he'd just be whatever. Or if Donald Glover wearing and I hate to keep using it as an example, but he's a great example for this conversation. Sure. If he's wearing like some raggedy clothes, this nigga Dusty. What's wrong with him? He gotta rep us. This nigga, where's Chain at? Yeah. But if you see Rick Rubin or whatever, I think that's the person I'm talking about. He can be dusty as hell. Yeah. And not and people won't think twice. Bill Gates can wear the same shirt all the time. Sure. But we always have to constantly perform. Yeah. And it's always us. So I don't feel comfortable saying, oh, he can't wear a dress. Because what if he want to do that? Sure. We should be calling out the people who make us feel this way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you over-sexualizing our bodies? They're doing that. The show that touches on that perfectly is I'm a Virgo. I don't know if you've seen I'm a Virgo. So it's a black surrealist show. Kind of like Sorry to Bother You in Atlanta. Sure. That whole realm. And they were just talking about how like there was a scene where there was this modeling agency that wanted to wanted the main character to always have his clothes off and always be in these different, you know, positions sexually. And it's like they're doing that. He was trying to get paid and get some money and live his life. But we look at that as like, man, what is he doing? Or even with Jonathan Majors when he had the pink, the anime thing. We look at them like they really aren't doing that because they want to do it, and they always have to perform. Yeah, like it was a humiliation ritual or something like that. Like even with Umar, like, oh brother, don't let him do that to you. He wanted to do that. Yeah, like we're not all the same as black people, and like, but
there are some that it could be them wanting to do that, but then there's other things. I'm not saying that everything is one. It's one big conspiracy, and to be fair, like there is truth behind that. Like we got to call out the folks that made it like that. All I'm saying is just like in the midst of doing that, it's kind of like you have to understand that there is a level of responsibility, whether we like it or not, that's put on us, unfortunately. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so with that, you just have to be mindful. Like, don't let folks try to like play you is what I'm trying to say. Because like when you like expression, yes, is a good thing. But at the same time, it's like people will take advantage of that and try to use that against you in the worst type of ways. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, this is a good episode.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I was hoping it would be because I'm like, dang, I ain't been on a podcast before. Yeah. What if I'm like hella lame? And I'm just over here like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
What's next?
Hey,
like,
man.
I was hoping I wasn't gonna be like just sit here.
Why did you lie to Metrick about what happened at the Latin Club?
Because I didn't lie to at the Latin Club. So that's not true. I told the absolute.
What are you doing? No.
I would never put us in a situation like that. Well, I was drunk. I know I was faded.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I cleared it up though. I cleared it up a little bit. Like, okay, so what I said is that. Well, for those of you who don't remember, we'll play it back. But what I said is that it wasn't so much that you were like ignoring it, but like you weren't as like alarmed at it as I was.
Yeah.
I was like, we are going to die. You know what I'm saying? And you were like, hey, bro, you know,
Shit, if you were, so I was lit. So maybe it was like that.
That liquid courage got him feeling a little.
But no, well, hold on, Sue. Not liquid courage, because I do remember me being like, yeah, let's go upstairs. Because remember we went upstairs.
Yes.
So that was the reason why I wanted to go upstairs, so we don't get killed by whoever this is. So I wasn't like, man, F, I'm like, man, I'm in here chilling. Man, the girls, man, I don't care about you. Good to see you. What's up?
Exactly.
Like, I wasn't no Pac. Like, I wasn't.
What's up, Vato? What's good? That's it?
Bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
I made it seem like you was Pac after the fight.
No, man.
Looking.
No. I would love that. I would love for that to be the story.
We went a lot of
Not
places
live.
together. We went a lot of places together. So it's just,
Speaking of that, bro hit me up about some Young Jeezy ticket, bro. It was a free Jeezy ticket that he
dude,
hit
I
me
was
up about.
he did. I was out cold, bro. I was like, well, first off, I was editing the episode, and so like when I got finished, like I was like, I just was out. And I just passed out and I stayed asleep for like hours. You know what I'm saying? And so when I saw the text message, I was just like, hey, what's going on? And then you said the Jeezy thing. I was just like,
right. He said, man, and I was already linking up with the homies down at Jazz on the Green. So I was like, damn, bro,
Did
this
you go?
is lame.
Did you go?
Going.
Oh, me? Yeah.
How was it?
And then he FaceTimed me and was like, I missed the call.
Yeah, because Jeezy was like, hey, FaceTime the people who didn't make it and say, man, why you ain't come through? Because he was playing the song for the people who weren't there.
Right.
So, yeah, bro, it was me, my mom. I had a picture on Facebook. It's me, my mom, my homeboy Jay, D, great DJ, and then some of their friends. Bro, it was so fun, bro. And my uncle plays golf with Jeezy.
Oh.
My uncle in Atlanta, they live right. Shout out to my Uncle Rodney. Like, him and my Aunt Cheryl, they live by Jeezy, and he plays golf with them and stuff.
Goodness
But
gracious.
Jeezy, man, bro, it's crazy. That was a good show, man.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the only shows where I can know songs word for word.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because, you know, sometimes you'll say a few lines and you'll be like, man, I
We was just having this discussion, though. About like how he said Jeezy was on the stage and he was doing playlists instead of what they usually do.
Yes, I think
and so
that's
he
way
was
better.
saying that like that playlist should probably be better where like you just get all the slaps that like you know like is your hits and you perform those. That's what the fuck we came for.
Bro, I would love it if they did like the songs that were not as popular, because sometimes folks would know
like
those.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
But
cause
he
I was
did,
just
yeah.
Oh, that's what's up.
That's why I want to talk to you about that, because like you the type, and myself too, but you the type, you'll listen to an album like front to back and you'll find some shit on there that like people don't really be bumping, and it be some fire ass shit. Like
You can tell if a person is like a real fan. Well, I don't even know if I want to say this, but like you can tell if a person's like a really, really good fan of somebody if like their favorite song is not like the most popular
Exactly.
song. Sometimes it be like that, but like
Right.
if you're like, oh, I'm a fan of Pac, and you're like, oh, my favorite song's California Love.
Hail Mary. Yeah.
You're just like, yeah, okay.
and what's the crazy thing was that wasn't even his. California Love was definitely Dr. Dre.
Yeah, it was Dre's joint, and he gave it to Tupac.
See?
That makes sense, because that don't even sound like something that Pac would do.
No,
That nigga
because
was definitely a feature on there, fresh out of jail.
Yeah, he was fresh out of jail.
Nigga said it himself.
Yeah, he said it in the song.
That was not that nigga's song.
He said it in the song.
That
you know what I'm
nigga
saying?
is-
So give me that bomb beat from Dre.
Dre, yeah.
Like, yeah, so he got out, and that was his first. He was like, dude, my album has to be the bomb, because, you know, people at that time, it was easy to be forgotten about.
Sure.
So he was like, I have to make this statement on Death Row.
How did you feel when like you were younger and folks like when like Tia would try to tee off on you, be like, man, you'll never be Pac?
Remember, that never got to me. That never got to me, because I thought that was the weirdest thing. I'm clearly never gonna be
He said you-
anything like Pac. Remember, we laughed about that. Like,
Yeah.
he was like, "You'll never be Pac." I forgot why he was that. I forgot he was mad.
Yeah.
no, like he was
I don't
mad
remember
about
why-
something.
yeah.
He was like, "You'll never be Donald Glover, and you'll never be Pac." And I laughed. I was like, "Nigga, I know I'll never be Tupac."
I actually cried. I was like, what do you mean?
Right.
What do you mean?
Like I was
Right.
like, dude, there's no way I could be anything close to Tupac. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't even
Like,
shooting for that, bro.
I don't even
Yeah.
think like that's the thing is like I don't think that like folks like you worship those celebrities like that. Like the way that it seemed like you think that we have like a giant shrine.
Yeah.
And there's just like, oh,
Right, and that show go to like trump card insult.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna care because I used to always talk about Pac. Every time we had conversations, I would bring up Pac stuff.
Yeah.
As I got older, I still love his music, but I don't the personality of Pac.
Yeah.
I'm not as much of a fan anymore, because I was like, he was kind of on some fake shit, like for some of his for some of the reasons like he would do certain things.
Oh, man.
That wasn't even him. Hey, look, bro. Like, there's so
Man,
many.
that talk about getting the viewers.
I do not care. There's so many interviews of people who was around.
Hey,
him.
man, but
And
you
if
don't have to
study-
come back next week. We do.
Right.
They're gonna be like,
Well, let me explain. So, like, if you
Okay.
look at every interview, most of the people who are around him always would say it was a character.
Sure.
He even said there was an interview that he had. It was the what movie was that? Was it I forgot what it was, one of his last movies, and he was on set. And they were asking him about his thug persona. And he would say, yeah. Because the interview was like, some people say that it's kind of like drug out or whatever. He was like, yeah, I'm trying to be that because so many people would basically try to walk over me in the business.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm creating this personality to like make them
Think
respect
twice.
me. Yeah, respect me. So, and if you look at his background, he went to an art school,
acting school
in Baltimore with Jada, with
Jada.
Jada Smith. I mean, you know, what, I can't even talk.
Jada Shakur.
Come on, bro.
I'm sorry.
So like he went to.
Sorry about that. Sorry, Will.
And
Jada
then he got what happened was
There goes our
like,
Will Smith interview.
Right.
Yep, Will's like, you know what? No, keep my wife's name out of your podcast.
Right.
But I love, we can get to that too. But
Yeah.
I think Will Smith is just way too disrespectful. I'm gonna finish this though. Like,
Yeah.
So I feel like if you look at Pac's life, you clearly see that was a persona that was not really him. Not saying he was a punk, but he just was not a thug. Like even the dude Mob James, he does like he was part of the Mob Paru, the Mob Parus and the gang in Cali. Pac got that tattoo on his stomach for them because he was trying to please the people who was around. Pac was a people pleaser. Pac was a people pleaser. He wanted people to love him, and the people he was around, he wanted them to love him. That's why he went as hard as he did on death row, because he felt like, I'm going to take on this beef that y'all have, and I'm going to make everybody look, because I want y'all to love me. That's what he wanted. But him and Suge Knight weren't even like, Suge Knight was his pictures at UNLV. Suge Knight was a football player. He had a 2-parent household. These were good dudes who got into a business that at
Where
the
they
time
had to be-
required, they
they had to
required
be
them
that.
to be a certain way.
Sure.
And even this, I forgot what documentary it was where the girl was like, Pac. It sounded harsh at the time, but later on I was like, that makes sense. He was like, Pac looked at Suge as like a dad. Like he was trying to please his daddy. Like he wanted his dad to think that he was down, because Tupac he never had an identity. He never had a father around. He had his mom and he had his auntie. If you just look at like everybody who's close to him, they all are coming out saying the same thing.
Yeah.
He was a good dude. He was a smart dude. He was not a thug. He just wanted them to, Pac felt like being a thug was being black in the 90s. That's what attracted him to that type of thing, because he felt like he was being for his people, and his people were on the thug stuff at the time. So he felt, if I do this, my people will follow anything else I do. It never ends well. It never ends well that way. And I always say, if Nipsey Hussle was not a Crip from where he was from, I think he would definitely have been he would be alive for one, and for two, I think he would be just such a massive freaking figure in the black community. And I know a lot of people be like, man, F you, what are you talking about? I'm just being honest with it. If Nipsey was not a Crip, we love the persona as black people. But he was so smart. The dude built a freaking computer from scratch at like, what, 13?
He's very smart.
So it's like, if he never had the Crip stuff, maybe he would turn most black people who love rap off. But this dude was a genius, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's actually unfortunate that we can't have these conversations. We always want to do the conspiracy shit. The government killed Pac. No, Tupac got killed by a gang member because Tupac was trying to portray a gang member that he was not. That's why he died. Let's tell the kids that, and not tell the kids, oh, the government, the Illuminati doesn't want a black man to do this. No, the government does hold our people. Don't get me twisted. Don't get it twisted. Yes, the government has played a very big role in our community's downfall. It's very much true. But when it comes to people like Pac, we should also use that as an example of to tell kids why you shouldn't try to be something you're not. And also we should make a society where kids don't have to do that. Because even growing up with my corny ass, like when I was younger, like trying to be hard and give people dap, like, you know, when I grew up in North Omaha, like going to North, like trying to like, the Crips and just trying to fit in and be cool.
Like, I remember I had a journalism class and I lied to some people I kicked it with. Like, oh, no, I'm just, getting these credits up, bro. Like, why do I got to talk like that to be respected? But back then you felt like you had to. You know what I'm saying?
Type shit. I understand scenarios like that, come up where you got to for the most part, especially being black. Yeah. So.
Well, my camera's about to die.
Oh, damn.
But I still want to keep rolling with the conversation. So, but I'm trying to figure out what we can do.
This is a dope show. Bro.
This was a good episode.
No, but
this is the longest that we recorded. This is an hour and 40 minutes.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, man. So,
but I just want to say, dude, I respect that y'all doing this, man. Like, I think anytime black men are doing something where they're trying to be creative, I'm always going to support them. Yeah. So, like, man, shout out to the podcast.
Yes, sir. Well, with that being said, Metrick, what are your closing words for today's episode?
Shit. It ain't ever too late to grow yourself, invest in yourself, get the best for yourself, want the best for yourself.
That's dope.
So all of a sudden you want to be deep because Kris is here.
Nope, because Donnell's on. Somebody got to be Donnell's.
Oh, yeah, motivation for the day.
Yeah, motivation for the day.
Okay.
Make sure your shoes are on the right feet.
Brush your teeth.
And look both ways before crossing. Like,
Kris Berry, what do you have to say to the viewers before you head on out?
Man, if you move to Vegas, well, beauty doesn't exist anymore.
Don't hang out with me because I'll lie about the story.
Don't hang out with David. He'll lie about what happened. He'll put it on the podcast and it'll make you sound crazy.
Yep.
No, man, shout out to everybody, man. I got love for everyone. Yeah, bro. I'm just happy to be here, bro. I'm just happy to be on the podcast. Straight up.
Love you guys, by the way.
Man, I'm not even going to lie. I'm upset that we need to get some new batteries because this could have been like a 2-hour episode, honestly.
I can't believe it's this one.
That's what I was aiming for. And then when I looked up and saw the camera was getting ready to die, I was like, come on, fam. But yeah. We'll be back with more. But we definitely got to bring Kris Berry back. So thank you for being a part of this. Special thank you. I want to, just give a special thank you to number one, TJ and Hunter. TJ masters the episodes. Hunter mixes the episodes. You guys do. As my camera dies, but that's okay. You guys, they do a very excellent job. And, I have to give credit to where credit is due, so, much appreciation to them and to all the viewers watching. We're just taking it one step at a time and, just being thankful because, when you're thankful, man, that stuff gets reciprocated. I would be nothing without a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? But, thank you to everyone watching. So,
Good Kid, Bad Theories, the #1 podcast on the planet.
You better believe it, baby.
You already know. I'm gonna put this in the universe now. These young brothers, man, they about to be the #1 on Spotify, #1 on Apple, wherever, man. This is the future. This is the future. They're gonna have great guests. Hey, man, the sky's the limit, man. Shout out to my guys, bro.
Hey, man, we already had one good guest, man, 2 good guests, man. We got Keones and now Kris Berry. Let's keep the streak going. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening. We're on all the streaming platforms. This is Good Kid, Bad Theories, and we will holla at y'all later. Yeah. Oh, hey, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, do it. Go ahead.
Howdy. You want me to try it again? Yep. Yes. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you listen to all streaming platforms. Yeah, guys. We'll see you next time. Yes, sir.
Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow us on social media, and don't be musty.